All right, hello and welcome everyone. We are just opening the webinar room here and we will be getting started at 6:30. So please feel free to make yourself comfortable, grab a glass of water, cup of tea, and we'll be starting in 3 minutes. Thank you. Hi, everyone. Thanks so much for joining us tonight. We are just opening up the webinar room and having people find their spot. We will be starting at exactly 6:30. So in 2 minutes, feel free to make yourself comfortable, grab a glass of water, and we will be starting shortly. Thank you so much. If you can hear me, feel free to comment in the chat box. Let us know where you're joining us from tonight. Hello, welcome. Good evening, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us for this wellness talk tonight about energy and nutrition and the role that polyphenols play in that. Tonight with Joycelyne Lai from Genuine Health, we will learn what plant polyphenols are and why the body needs them every day. My name is Haley. I support our wellness events program with Nature's Fair Markets. Thank you all so much for joining us this evening, and thank you to Samantha and Littell and all of the team at Genuine Health who have partnered with us for this presentation. It'll be about 40 minutes long, 45 minutes long, and we will have some time for Q&A at the end, but feel free to put your questions in the chat all throughout the talk. We'll do our best to answer them either in the moment or flag them for later in the evening. Something exciting that we'll tell you a little bit about more later, you might have saw it on our Instagram today. We are launching with Genuine Health a Greens Plus Energy Challenge till the end of the month. And if you participate, you could end up winning a year's supply of Genuine Health greens, which is so exciting. So there's more to come on that later. But before I hand it over, I would just like to give you a bit of Joy's background. She empowers people to thrive and enjoy better lifelong health and wellness in this industry through nutrition. With more than a decade of experience in the natural health and wellness industry, Joycelyne is a passionate woman about sharing her expertise and supporting you on a healthy journey for so many reasons. Thank you for being here tonight with us. We really look forward to learning from your expertise, Joy.
No, thank you for having me, Haley. I'm really excited to be in the Nature's Fair space tonight. And as Haley mentioned, my name is Joycelyne. I'm the new education manager here at Genuine Health, and it's really exciting to be able to talk with the West Coast. I'm here on the East Coast right now, so it's really nice to be able to tap into the West Coast for sure. If it's okay with you, I'm just going to get started. Yeah, awesome. So just like our title page says, today we're going to be talking about polyphenols, why we need them, where to get them, and what they are. We believe that genuine health gives you the freedom to live the life that you want to live. Now let's stop and think about that for a minute. There are important words that I know resonate with me, and I want you to leave today feeling like this is possible. Here at Genuine Health, if you think about this from that foundational perspective, how can we help you, me, your family, to experience that genuine health? We'll talk about a few habits and some food choices that will set you up for success. And freedom. Now, this is a powerful word. It's a very aspirational word. But if you feel the freedom from get healthy living is in your reach, if you had the health to live the life that you want to live, what would that actually look like? And for me, it's a dance party in the kitchen with my husband and my kids while we planned our weekend adventure. And our hope at Genuine Health is inspiring you to that journey of great health. We believe that Genuine Health is a family and Canadian-owned company, and for over 30 years, we've been designing sophisticated formulations from the highest quality ingredients from around the world. All of our formulas are scientifically proven to increase vitality and improve longevity by filling in those nutritional gaps that you find in the modern day diet. Now, here at Genuine Health, we have a few core values. What we do matters. We believe that genuine health, you can flourish, and flourishing is thriving, and it relates to all aspects of life. Now, what does flourishing really mean to you? Maybe you have the freedom to cultivate your talents, to build deep and lasting relationships. What is it that brings you joy? And how do you contribute meaningfully to the world? Now, we believe that health is wealth. So that leads to our next core value. What we put in our bottle matters. At Genuine Health, we have research-proven ingredients at research-proven dosages. We create natural, high-quality, science-backed supplements to help you live that more vibrant life. Our people also matter. We want people to challenge themselves to grow and achieve more, to be more fulfilled than they've ever thought possible. Education also matters. Health is complicated, and our understanding of it continues to evolve. We want to do that work of bringing that knowledge so that you are well equipped to make the best decision and understand the impact that nutrition has on health. How we treat the planet matters. Now, we recognize that it's our responsibility to leave the world better than how we found it. We're the first ever supplement company to become B Corp, meaning we're a business that meets the highest standards of verified social and environmental performance, public transparency, and legal accountability to balance both profit and purpose. There have been several advances in our understanding of health, and mainstream medicine is catching up to what traditional medicine has always believed. Our gut plays that pivotal role in both physical and mental well-being. Now, before we jump into polyphenols, I want to share the importance of the microbiome and the role that polyphenols play in it. Now, let's start with the gut. What is it? It's the large and the small intestines, not the stomach, as many people believe, but the system that starts right after the stomach. And the main engine for our health is found in our gut, and it's called the microbiome. Now, I'm going to talk about what makes up the microbiome in a minute, but I want to convey how it's relevant to achieving genuine health. Here are a few powerful examples of what your gut microbiome does. It's an integral part of your immune system. So 70% of immune cells are found in the gut, and your gut microbiome is controlling how your body responds to viruses and infection. It also helps your brain feel happy. Now, research suggests that the gut microbiome affects mood and stress. And the gut is physically connected to the brain through your vagus nerve, and there's that constant communication from back and forth. And certain strains of bacteria produce mood-regulating hormones. For example, serotonin and dopamine, which are feel-good hormones that are mostly produced in the gut. And lastly, our microbiome digests our friend fiber and produces those short chain fatty acids that are important in helping prevent weight gain, diabetes, and can even lower that risk of cancer. Before we dive into the topic of polyphenols and phytonutrients, I want to talk about the human body and the microbiome. So what is the microbiome? Our body is full of bacteria, viruses, and fungi, and these microorganisms are collectively known as the microbiome. Interesting fact, there are more differentiated bacterial cells in your body than human cells. There are roughly 40 trillion different bacterial cells in our body and only 30 trillion human cells. So in a healthy person, these microorganisms coexist peacefully, with large numbers that are found in the small and the large intestine, but also throughout the body. And each person has an entirely unique network of microbiota, and most are symbiotic, meaning they live in harmony. And some are in smaller numbers, are pathogenic, which are kind of promoting the disease. But in a healthy individual, the pathogenic and symbiotic microbiota coexist without any problems. Now, we often associate bacteria with disease, but now we know that they're extremely important for your immune system, your heart, your weight, and many aspects of health. So daily, we're overexposed to toxins from a diet high in fat, sugar, processed foods. We have air pollution, fragrances and perfumes. We have that overprescription of antibiotics and an over-sanitization. Think of all the hand sanitizer that we've gone through in the last 3 years, and general stress from our fast-paced and busy lifestyles. This impacts so many systems and organs in our bodies, but if there's a disturbance in the balance, dysbiosis occurs, stopping these normal interactions. As a result, the body may become more susceptible to disease. Our kidneys, liver, lungs, nervous system, even our blood. So when these toxins build up in the body, they can cause symptoms as simple as eczema or fatigue, to hormonal imbalances, which may affect fertility. And if dysbiosis continues, it can impact mental health, even increase the risk of severe diseases, such as cancer. And our society is building many health issues, and the traditional medical system doesn't really connect those dots. There's an overprescription of medications where they mask the symptoms, yet the issues continue to arise again after the treatment. We're starting to realize that we need to target that root cause and not the symptoms. We know that working with the body is better than working against it. And the simplest thing you can do to enjoy the benefits of genuine health is to feed your microbiome properly. And the research is exciting. The path to a healthy microbiome is relatively easy. Now, first, we start with a few healthy habits, like staying hydrated, getting sleep, and getting outdoors. And this is more than that. To be truly healthy, you have to get outside and you have to be in nature. And the Japanese realized that with forest bathing. Being outside makes people feel better. Seeing nature when you're healing will heal you faster. And it's been scientifically proven that people out in nature take better care of their bodies. Then seed and feed your gut. Seed. By this, we mean taking a really good probiotic. These are live bacteria, the workers in your personal health factory. And always look for that multi-strain probiotic that provides a balance to promote diversity in your gut, because the bioavailability of phytonutrients and polyphenols increase by 100% when diverse microbes are present. Feed. Your microbiome loves phytonutrients. Now, in today's presentation, I'm going to be using the word polyphenol, which is a subclass of a phytonutrient. We're going to talk about these in a second, but think about the idea of eating the rainbow, or that TikTok challenge of eating 30 vegetables in 30 days. The phytonutrients from plants, and many are prebiotics, You're also getting whole food vitamins, minerals, and fiber when you eat plant foods that are high in polyphenols. Now, this is important. This is the key to optimizing this step. We want to give your microbiome as many different phytonutrients and polyphenols as possible. As we discover how important your microbiome is to foundational health, we want to take care of it. So if you do these simple things, your microbiome becomes your unique partner in health and has the power of taking care of you. Well, let's start today by talking about seeding our gut. Probiotics are called the good or helpful bacteria because they support gut health by increasing diversity within the microbiome, leading to improvements not only to gut health, but overall health as well. And the good news is we can influence the health of our gut microbiome in the incorporation of probiotics in our day-to-day routine, the good microbes that keep our bodies in synergy. Now, probiotics colonize in your gut over time, and therefore it's important to take your probiotics every day. And missing that day can result in delaying the progression towards diversifying your gut microbiome, which means it'll take longer to optimize your gut health. And if your gut is damaged after being sick, stressed, or after taking antibiotics, probiotics can play a vital role in restoring that gut health. When it comes to how Genuine Health manufactures our probiotics, we go that extra mile in ensuring the highest quality, delivering more of what matters. We have that two-step process in-house as we're dealing with live cells. We want to make sure that they're kept alive. So we manufacture our strains and package them in one facility in Quebec. And here are 3 factors that set our probiotics apart. So our superior multi-strain formula is balanced with 15 strains to mimic the gut microflora. And one of the reasons it's important to have a multi-strain formula is because it's important to have a blend of transient and resident strains. Now, resident strains are the permanent residents in the gut. They're the gut dwellers. They protect our intestinal tract against harmful pathogens. Transient strains kind of pass through our digestive tract and fight certain types of bacteria. They're really important for our immune system. Our strains are triple clean to remove toxins, and we have to find a way to ensure that the strains would pass through the acidic acid and deliver it to the gut where it's needed. So we built in a technology right in our capsule to ensure that targeted delivery of strains through the stomach and into the small intestine using that delayed release technology. And the end result is a room temperature, shelf-stable probiotic guaranteed at expiry. The blister packs ensure that the capsules are protected against moisture and compared to the bottle format, which runs that risk of oxidation once the probiotics are exposed to air at each opening. There's no refrigeration required, so you have a much better chance of remembering to take them, making it easier to also travel with. So Genuine Health has a wide range of probiotics. Our women's probiotic is a multi-strain formula carefully selected to support a woman's unique microbiome, vaginal, skin, and immune health. And next, we have the UTI probiotic. It's great for people struggling with urinary tract infections, from people who have diabetes, postmenopausal women who are having hormonal imbalances, individuals who are on birth control. It acts as a preventative for those who are prone to UTIs and also for those who have frequently high sugar intake. Together, the probiotics with a cranberry extract keep vaginal health at its optimal level while also preventing the bacteria that causes UTIs to attach to those epithelial cells in the bladder, which prevents infection from occurring. So adding the polyphenols that come from the cranberry into our formula amplify the effect of the probiotics. Our 15 billion daily is a multi-strain gentle formula that's carefully selected to support your digestive system and promote a favorable gut flora. All the strains in our extra 50 billion probiotic contribute to supporting all your digestive system with symptoms that range from constipation to diarrhea and relieving abdominal upset. Now, the mood probiotic is a multi-strain formula that reduces the feeling of stress and supports that mental outlook. We understand the gut-to-brain connection is crucial in stress support, and a balanced microbiome improves that mental state, mood, sleep quality, and even stressful stimuli. Plus, we've included Extra Mel. It's a melon juice concentrate that's packed with antioxidants, particularly superoxide dismutase, which is found to reduce stress and fatigue. And plus, it's only needed in very small amounts. And this is yet another polyphenol that supports our body. Immune Daily includes strains that strengthen the immune system with added vitamin D and zinc to suppress inflammation in the immune system, stimulate the growth of good bacteria, and really strengthens our gut lining. Our strains have been clinically proven to shorten the duration of a cold and decreases the chance of you getting sick. Finding the high potency formula with 100 billion CFU count has 20 capsules instead of 30, and it's meant to be taken for a short period of time since the CFU count is a lot higher than our other products. It's great for people who are frequently taking antibiotics. We need to take months to replenish our gut microflora that has been killed during only a single bout of antibiotics. The Lactobacillus rhamnosus GG in this formula also works specifically to help prevent against antibiotic-associated diarrhea. It's great for individuals with higher digestive issues such as Crohn's colitis. So we have a wide range for all of our needs. Now we're going to enter the conversation of polyphenols, which support the probiotics in our gut microbiome. Now remember the steps that I mentioned earlier: a few healthy habits, then seeding with probiotics. Finally, feeding our gut with lots of phytonutrients. We understand what probiotics are. Now let's talk about what phytonutrients are. And we feed our gut with lots of phytonutrients, naturally occurring compounds that have a positive effect on human health. They're antioxidant and polyphenol-rich constituents of plant foods. Phyto means plant. It gives the plant its vibrant colors, its taste, and textures. There are over 25,000 phytonutrients found in edible plant foods, and diversity is key to benefiting from the power of phytonutrients. As we think about feeding, we previously focused on the macronutrients like proteins, fats, and carbs. And these are all still really important. And so are the micronutrients like vitamins and minerals. But now we understand the power that comes from the microbiome and how important phytonutrients are in the big picture. Now, typically, we think of vitamins and minerals when we talk about micronutrients, but there is that third category, which are those natural compounds found in plants, such as fruit, vegetables, whole grain products, and legumes. So fruits like grapes, apples, pears, cherries, and berries contain about 200 to 300 milligrams of polyphenols per 100 gram of fresh weight. What's in chocolate, spinach, and blueberries that our bodies really need more of? It's the polyphenols. And as consumers, we know more about polyphenols. We love that idea that chocolate and red wine are good for us. And those claims are based on the polyphenols coming from the cocoa bean and the red-skinned grapes. Polyphenols are best known in the most researched group of phytonutrients. There have been over 6,000 studies published about polyphenols in 2022 alone. Now, polyphenols are phytonutrients, but phytonutrients are more than just polyphenols. Phytonutrients are made up of polyphenols, carotenoids, alkaloids, nitrogen-containing compounds, and organic sulfur compounds. But polyphenols are the best known subgroup of phytonutrients, and they're the largest subclass of antioxidants in our diet. And that's why they're so important to us. They have been found to act as prebiotics, aka they feed the gut. And they're made up of several more subclasses. You don't need to remember this, but just to showcase how complex phytonutrients are and why it's so important to focus on diversity. And this level of complexity is what allows our body to create the most complex instructions as it builds our smart house, and our body, our house, starts to enjoy those benefits. So polyphenols give the body the information it needs to operate at that complex and sophisticated level. The more diversity you have, the more instructions are written. Let's talk about how polyphenols feed the gut. Now, once they make their way into our gut to get to work, think of each phytonutrient as part of that instruction manual. You're doing that great job throwing the spinach in your eggs, having carrots and hummus for a snack, and you've had broccoli for dinner. But you've only really introduced 3 to 4 different phytonutrients to your gut. Now, I'm oversimplifying this for context, but if you think of the idea of instruction manual, imagine your body as a house and you've given the body instructions for basic function. But what you're dreaming of is that smart house, where the temperature automatically adjusts, where the blinds go up and down with the lighting conditions, where your fridge keeps different foods at different temperatures. And to get the lighting conditions and that level of that sophistication, we need even more instructions. Now let's talk about how we build this level of intelligence and sophistication in our house into our body. Now here's an example. Quercetin, we found in apples and grapes, bilberries, and ginkgo biloba, and many more, is a powerful antioxidant that goes around the body to scavenge free radicals and neutralize them to prevent inflammation and cellular damage. The quercetin also destroys the cell wall of bad bacteria and consequently kills the pathogen. But without feeding your body with phytonutrients, we wouldn't have these scavengers to neutralize these free radicals, which leave us vulnerable to inflammatory diseases such as cancer or heart disease. We talked about how our microbiome responds to stressors in our daily life. Let's talk about the mechanism by which certain phytonutrients and polyphenols protect our bodies. When the microbiome is imbalanced due to stress and poor diet, free radicals are produced. And these free radicals are any molecules that contain an unpaired electron, making it unstable. The free radicals are very reactive and can trigger oxidative stress, which could lead to cellular damage. The oxidative stress is really believed to be a factor in the development of many conditions: heart disease, type 2 diabetes, Alzheimer's, you name it. Now, these antioxidants are molecules that slow or reduce the damage done to a cell by free radicals and other oxidants. The antioxidants prevent a chemical reaction called oxidation from occurring, and they do this by neutralizing unpaired electrons on potentially dangerous molecules. If we think about that opportunity to feed our body antioxidants like quercetin, we support the cells by efficiently and reducing chronic inflammation. By donating the electrons to free radicals and stabilizing them, this prevents oxidative stress in our cells. We talk about these phytonutrients, polyphenols, and how antioxidants are a key part in reducing chronic disease. Now let's talk about that gut-to-brain connection and how greens affects our mental outlook. To start, improving blood flow to the brain is important, ensuring that both oxygen and nutrients are delivered. Also by slowing down the breakdown of neurotransmitters that break down your mood hormones. And those hormones can hang around longer in your brain to support a good mood and the feeling of happiness. The brain chemicals help to support the survival of existing neurons and encourage the growth and differentiation of new neurons and synapses, in which helps improve cognitive function and higher thinking. As mentioned earlier, approximately 50% of our dopamine and 90% of our serotonin is made in our gut. So we need to feed our microbiome with polyphenols to promote a balanced gut and subsequently promoting the production of these crucial neurotransmitters. And lastly, phytonutrients and polyphenols slow down the aging at the cellular level to keep your brain young and fresh. In addition to inflammation, another marker of our health is how alkaline our bodies are, otherwise known as our pH. Our pH levels are tightly regulated, but they're influenced by our environment, by stress and our diet. So our bodies are happiest when they're at an alkaline state. In the Western diet, we're often consuming really acidic foods with very low pH levels, which can impact our balanced state. Foods that are acidic include dairy, grain, meats, beer. Foods that are alkali rich are the fruits, the vegetables, the greens. If your body is too acidic, you're likely to experience a lot of fatigue, and even if you feel like you're getting enough sleep at night. You also may experience the joint pain, the headaches, and you're likely feeling an overall sense of that sluggishness. And many people whose bodies are too acidic also suffer from irritability and brain fog. Now we know how important our gut microbiome is and how to feed it. We just learned the risk factors associated with inflammation, but antioxidants reduce those risks. And lastly, the pH really is our key. This last piece is one of the most important reasons why I'm here today. Consuming a wide range of colorful plant foods can help maximize phytonutrient intake. However, research kind of shows that in general, only 4 foods make up the bulk or 2/3 of North Americans' phytonutrient intake. And those include the tomato, the orange, carrot, and strawberry. Eating a healthy diet with a focus on fruit and vegetables is a good start, but it's incredibly hard to source all the powerful phytonutrients found in nature from your diet alone. And how often are you getting organic alfalfa grass or dulse seaweed in your daily routine? Now we want to introduce you to our Greens Plus products and the exciting ingredients that have been formulated to provide you with diversity that your body needs. And not only that, our poor soil quality is yielding crop that is not as nutrient dense as it was years ago. Now, with that lack of diversity of the typical North American diet, eating the same foods regularly, there's an increased prevalence of allergies and other chronic inflammatory diseases, and among urban populations across. Individual phytonutrients also don't offer the same benefit of a combination. It's all about that amplified synergy that comes from the diversity. And it's time to learn to love new plants. And not only that, if you read the label to other greens products, many use dried broccoli, spinach powders, things that you can easily get from our diet. But our Genuine Health Greens Plus provides phytonutrients from plant sources that are not part of a regular diet and adds them at research-proven dosages. So let's take a look. Sam Gracie and Stuart Brown identified the lack of diversity 30 years ago. And something that's really incredible is that Greens Plus was introduced in 1993. Our founder and CEO, Stuart Brown, has his roots in retail, and his journey started when he moved to Toronto and opened a health food store. Now, coincidentally, it was during the time of the AIDS crisis, and every day, Stuart would help people in his store. Many were on drugs for HIV, relied on supplements and other therapies. It was at the store that he met the infamous Sam Gracie, the man who formulated Greens Plus. And Greens Plus was developed through trial and error. It was using the learnings from around the world, but really it was born at the intersection of traditional practices and modern learnings. After seeing the effect that Greens formulas had on his customers, Stuart knew that he had to bring this formula to Canadians, and this is how he could help thousands, even millions of people to achieve genuine health. And over the years, the company has added what we call boosters, taking the original formula and adding additional blends, even a formula to help with stronger bones. For Sam Gracie and for Stuart, this is Genuine Health. And this is Greens Plus Original, the formula that started the greens revolution, and a revolution that is stronger than ever today. Now, in each scoop, there are 23 powerful ingredients. Each ingredient was chosen for its rich phytonutrient content, providing antioxidants, vitamins, minerals, and prebiotics to feed the gut, and probiotic blend to seed the gut. And all of this is naturally alkaline or pH lowering to drive great health. Now, the feedback on the formula was so positive that it garnered the attentions of researchers who conducted over 9 clinical studies to prove its efficacy. And there's no other greens powder on the market that has backed up their claims with clinical research. Let's take a deeper dive into the symbiotic ingredient blends that work together to create this powerhouse. The first blend is a probiotic and fiber blend. It's important to start with this because we're seeding our gut with a blend of probiotics that includes 8 different bacterial cultures, providing over 1 billion CFU, plus the fiber-rich ingredients. For fiber, we include apple fruit, organic whole brown rice, which have the added benefits of helping you promote that regular bowel movement and regulating LDL cholesterol. This blend is high in chlorophyll. If you think about the origins of life and energy, it all ties back to the power of chlorophyll. When we talk about creating the powerful microbiome by introducing diverse polyphenols, this is an incredible blend, all from whole foods that you wouldn't get in a regular diet. Some of the ingredients include spirulina, chlorella, dull seaweed, and milk thistle extract. This is called our cleansing blend, as it's key to helping our liver get rid of toxins and balance our pH. As discussed, our microbiome is directly connected to our brain via the vagus nerve. And the ingredients in our brain booster blend includes polyphenols that support brain health, boosting blood circulation, reducing inflammation, supporting cognitive functions like mood and your general emotional state. The Siberian ginseng is an anti-fatigue, anti-stress adaptogenic herb that has the impact of building stamina and endurance in the body. Now, lecithin is added to support the fat-soluble vitamin absorption. It's a critical ingredient in our formula. The formula was tested without lecithin, and the nutrient absorption plummeted by 15%. The bee pollen and the royal jelly are incredible ingredients that work with the ginkgo biloba to improve brain health. But note, there were no bees that were harmed in the making of Greens Plus. So everything I listed above are packed with antioxidants. And here's where some color comes in. We put the plus in greens because it stands for the greens plus the reds, the blues, the oranges, the purples. Now, this antioxidant blend provides a broad spectrum of plant-based antioxidants from colorful plant foods. And this phytochemical-rich blend of compounds target the free radicals and reduce inflammation. Note that all 4 of these ingredients are standardized to ensure efficacy and potency. And licorice root extract is an adaptogenic herb supporting healthy blood sugar and has been used for centuries in traditional Chinese medicine to support our adrenals. The acerola cherry, European bilberry, and grapeseed contain rich antioxidants and polyphenols, which lower inflammation. As we mentioned, or as I mentioned, Greens Plus has several clinical studies. The antioxidant benefit was so significant to your health that the team at Genuine Health engaged the University of Toronto to develop and test the effects of Greens Plus. And here are the results of one of the studies they performed involving healthy adults as they consumed 1 serving of greens every day for a month. And the results were incredible. Greens Plus produced a significant increase in antioxidant capacity. The daily consumption of Greens Plus resulted in the prevention and the oxidative damage in the cells of the healthy volunteers. One of the most important antioxidant enzymes in our body, glutathione peroxidase, was shown to be significantly increased by greens plus daily consumption. The human body proved that the phytonutrient and antioxidants capacity in greens are indeed well absorbed, and they function once they're entered into the bloodstream. I just want to add 3 more things and 3 thoughts about Genuine Health's Greens Plus. Every batch is tested for potential contaminants, including heavy metals, microbes, pesticides, and other contaminants. We test for the active ingredient to ensure the efficacy of the product. We go that extra mile by only using standardized extracts, which is circled in red on the slide, to guarantee that specific amount of the active ingredient of the herbals are to ensure that the potency and efficacy is achieved. So we achieve higher phytonutrient count from these extracts, delivering more of what matters. In fact, each serving yields over 90% of polyphenols per scoop. The standardized extracts guarantee that you're getting what you're paying for every single time. It's kind of like baking chocolate chip cookies and having an even blend of chocolate chips in each cookie. So we've been talking about Greens Plus Original, the first of its kind, and the beginning of that Greens revolution. But since the beginning, that offer has expanded with complementary benefits. We have an incredible family of greens with additional benefits to cater to your specific needs. Our Greens Plus Extra Energy provides you that sustainable all-day energy without your crash. Greens Plus Multi is more powerful than a one-a-day multivitamin pill because the phytonutrients and the polyphenols amplify the benefits of those vitamins and minerals. Our Greens Detox gently cleanses your liver, skin, kidneys, and GI tract all year long. And our Greens Bone Builder is clinically proven to be more effective than supplementing with calcium alone, providing 3 forms of calcium and antioxidants that support osteoblast formation. All of the Greens products offer that unique benefit, but at this time of year, we want to talk about our Extra Energy. Take the 10-day Extra Energy Challenge so you have more energy to do the things you love to do, and enter for a chance to win a year's supply of your Greens Extra Energy. So from now until the end of April, go into Nature's Fair and pick your favorite Greens Extra Energy flavor, orange, vanilla, or chocolate, and grab a challenge card. Then simply snap a picture of the card after you've filled it out and completed the 10-day challenge. Finally, post the picture on Instagram, tag Genuine Health and Nature's Fair Markets with the hashtag Extra Energy Challenge for your chance to win a free 1-year supply of greens. And there will be demos on the greens tomorrow, April 13th, as well. The reason why we chose Extra Energy for this contest is that it offers the base of the original Greens Plus formula with the 23 plant-based ingredients and standardized extracts to ensure therapeutic dosage of the herbals. Plus, it has an energy blend for mind, body, and proven plant nutrition. So ingredients like kola nut, which support us at the mitochondrial level, which is our cellular powerhouse, increases ATP energy while protecting the cell from wear and tear. The kola nut delivers 100 milligrams of caffeine per serving, which is the same as a cup of coffee, but without the crash you get from a coffee bean, because our kola nut and our blend of phytonutrients with that powerful antioxidant capacity protects your cells. Research has confirmed that Greens Plus has a positive effect on supporting energy and mental outlook, and a randomized double-blind placebo-controlled study involving 100 healthy women consumed greens for 12 weeks and were measured on energy, mood, and vitality. The results showed that significant improvement on the well-being and vitality in just several weeks. But what about athletic performance? Well, we put the Greens Plus to the test at Eastern Michigan University, and 1 month of supplementation of Greens Plus significantly increased VO2 max during an intense bout of cycling versus the placebo group. Now, this demonstrated that Greens Plus improves the maximum capacity of an individual's body to transport and use oxygen during physical activity. Based on additional measurements, the researchers concluded that the benefits of the greens are most likely due to improved mitochondrial function. One scoop of extra energy contains less sugar and more fiber than a typical coffee or an energy drink. Plus, the phytonutrients and the polyphenols with the adaptogenic herbs boost the energy and reduce fatigue without having that crash. And thank you for taking the time today and learning about the role that polyphenols have in our gut microbiome, which is central to our health.
Thank you so much. That's like so much good learning. I feel like I knew a lot about greens, and now my knowledge has exploded about Greens Plus. So thank you, Joy.
I'm so happy that you were able to gather something from it.
Yeah, absolutely. There was someone that already commented, they said they love the new dark chocolate flavor. It's their favorite. And I was a classic orange flavor person all the way. And then, this dark chocolate one is now my new favorite as well. So thanks, Sarah, for sharing that. There haven't been any questions specific to polyphenols or the product yet, but if you do have them, we've got lots of time for questions. So feel free to enter them in the chat. While you're doing that, I will say that someone asked a great question about the challenge. And if you're not a social media user, that's totally fine. You can send me an email to events@naturesphere.com with a picture of your completed challenge card, and we'll enter you into the contest manually in addition that way. I think that I've never participated in a greens challenge myself, but this time I'm going to do it. I feel like now is a better time than ever. And it is a product that I try to incorporate daily, but often end up skipping just like in the busyness of the world.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah. There's a question here from Sarah. Can you take greens and probiotics at the same time?
You definitely can. And if you're worried about absorption and interactions, then we recommend a lot of times for supplements be taken about an hour or two apart. With the extra energy specifically, we recommend you taking it in the morning with food for maximum absorption, and then staggering your supplements in between.
That sounds like a great plan. Often people say the best time to take it is when you remember. Right?
I love that. And then so having our shelf stable probiotics, I leave mine on my island, so I kind of see it. My kids have theirs as well on the island, so they just pop it in whenever they need to. So it's great and convenient for sure.
Very smart. Does Genuine Health offer a prebiotic product?
We actually do. Now that is the fermented organic gut superfoods, one of my personal favorites. The reason why I love that one is it's fermented fruits and vegetables. Now those ingredients in that formula, you do find in more of that traditional Western diet. So it's like the cauliflower and the broccoli. And now that, because it's fermented, really helps you pull those toxins out of your body and help you keep regular. What's awesome about that one as well is because it is all food-based and there's no herbals or botanicals in there, there are no contraindications. So individuals who are pregnant, breastfeeding, even children, it's very safe for them to take. In the summertime, I actually put the fogs in a smoothie and I freeze them, and then I give them to my kids as popsicles.
Oh, that's awesome. What a great idea.
Yeah.
Someone else, Liz, asked, are there samples happening? And yes, so as Joy mentioned, tomorrow in all stores, There will be demos happening by Genuine Health, so you can sample the product, you can taste it, you can see what the texture is like. I know a lot of people sometimes struggle with a grittiness or a mouthfeel, and like I said before, this is one of my favorites, and yeah, you can try it for yourself and see what you think. Another question about the prebiotics. I think he's saying like with the word pre in it, does it insinuate that you should eat it before other food, or does it matter?
Great question. So prebiotic is kind of just what you can take throughout the day. It's there's no time or place when you need to really take it. It's just basically your fiber. So just think about when you're eating your meal and you're eating your cauliflower, you're eating your broccoli, you're eating it during the meal time. So it really is whenever you want to consume those foods, and having that fermented aspect minimizes the bloating that is caused by coniferous vegetables. So it is generally safe to take at any point during the day.
Perfect. Yeah, that's really good information. Nathalie asked, can my teens take Greens Plus?
That's a good question as well. So we have a few botanicals in our formula. And as per Health Canada's regulations, we do recommend it to be 18 older. Now, we just have to adhere to those. These herbals have been used in traditional Chinese medicines for thousands of years. But however, some of these botanicals have not been studied outside of the 3-month period. And so just for cautionary reasons, our government regulations have required us to limit it to a certain age group.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, just to play safe. But kind of to Nathalie's point, there at one point was a kids greens product on the market. Yeah, so there was a version of it.
Yeah. Okay, perfect. Jan is letting us know that she is going to be sampling at our Penticton location from 11 to 3 tomorrow. Thanks, Jan. We're excited to have that. And right now I don't see any more questions in the chat. Feel free to keep them coming. I know something that really stuck in my brain was the slide when you were talking about synergy, and that we eat apples and tomatoes and all these common things. And then when you think of like seaweed and bee pollen and royal jelly, like they're all things that are definitely buzzworthy words and ingredients, and they're booming on TikTok and the internet and all these different things. And I actually noted, because monthly we try to add boosters kind of like that to our smoothie menu in store. And it's just another good reminder of like how good the greens is.
100%.
Right?
It's so cool because the ingredients that were selected were purposely chosen to be opposite of what we typically get in that North American diet. And so we're filling in those gaps where we kind of don't really think of. And that's what's really cool about this formula.
Awesome. Another couple questions about the demos. Is it just in Penticton? No, it's in all of our locations. So Kelowna, White Rock, Langley, Kamloops, Vernon. Yeah, they'll be in all of the stores.
That's so exciting.
Kristen just asked, will you come to Vancouver? We are not in Vancouver proper, but we are in Langley and White Rock. So you can come find us out there. There's a question about keto. What do you think about keto that really restricts the person's ability to get a wide array of fruits and vegetables in their diet?
That's a great question. I know that keto at one point was really popular. Just for everyone's knowledge, our product is gluten-free, it's dairy-free, and it is paleo and keto friendly. Not to say that we're promoting it, but if someone does want to follow that regimen for a period of time, it's suitable to consume our greens product at the time. From a nutritionist standpoint, I believe in a seafood diet, in the sense that you see the food and you listen to your body. And we have that 80-20 kind of mentality. So making sure that you have your greens, you have your fruits and veggies. We know what's good for us, but also not restricting our bodies, because at the end we have that yo-yo effect, and it can be really great at one point, but we might fall into a cycle and whatnot. So it's really to a personal preference, and I do encourage a great intake of polyphenols, though.
Yeah, that's great. A question from Donna. Do you think it's more beneficial to stick with one form of greens plus? I think she's talking about where we have the different varieties.
The
or can
boosters.
we
No,
mix
that's a
them up?
great question. So because we have ones that are so condition specific, I usually recommend people like oscillating off and on, depending on the time of year or how they're feeling. Really like kind of making sure you understand your body. If you're starting to feel like a slowdown on your body and you're not metabolizing things properly, you're feeling a bloat, you want to switch to that detox product, because the detox product helps you with all three phases of liver metabolism. So it helps you break down your foods into a water-soluble formula, and then it helps you with safely excreting it. Not only that, that detox formula is really great for individuals who have hormonal imbalances, having that estrogen dominance. You want to pull those extra hormones out of our body. Now, if someone wants to have a pick-me-up or a coffee replacement with that lasting energy without the crash, I recommend having the greens extra energy. So we have a time and place for all of the greens. One of my favorite actually is the greens bone builder, because we have over 3 clinical studies that have actually been clinically proven to improve nodules in cells, which is helping with bone formation and increase osteoblast activity. So I do recommend cycling through the greens, but if you have a favorite, absolutely just stick to one if you want.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's a great suggestion.
Yeah.
Is Greens Plus organic? And if not, why?
Great question. So we have some ingredients that are organic, but not all. And that has to do with something as example as our bee pollen royal jelly.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of hard to certify something like that. Exactly. And same with our lecithin. So you're looking at the crop, and you're looking at the crop around you as well that you're not really controlling. And so we want to be as transparent as possible. We don't want to claim that we have an organic product. We know that the claims to organic have its limitations as well. And so we'd rather be truthful than kind of misleading.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah.
Amazing. Well, great questions, everyone. Thank you so much for attending tonight. We do have a door prize that I have done a random name generator for who's been with us tonight. And Cherie Carter, you are the lucky winner. So I have your email, and I'll be getting in touch to find out what Nature's Fair Market location you shop at. And we will be arranging a door prize from Genuine Health. Again, the challenge is in stores. On the postcard, it's 10 days recommended, but you have until the end of the month to complete it. So don't feel like you have to start tomorrow. If you miss a couple of days and start a few days later, that's totally cool. Thank you to the Genuine Health team and Joycelyne for being here with us tonight. And I can't wait to hear about everybody's greens challenges.
Good luck to everyone. And thank you, everyone, for your time tonight.
Good night.